Pokemon Sword and Pokemon Shield will be released in less than 2 weeks. And you know what that means. The games are leaking all over the place. We have a ton of leaks. We know what the starter evolutions look like. We know what Eternatus looks like, if I pronounce that correctly. And we know about a bunch of brand new Pokemon from the Galar region. And there are some brand new Gigantamax forms. Alright, we got a lot to cover, so let's just get right into it. As you can probably tell by the title of this video and by the intro, there will be spoilers. If you do not want to be spoiled by all this information, turn back now. If you're interested, here we go. So these leaks are all over the place, but the one account I'm looking at on Twitter is Pokemon Sword and Shield Leaks and News, PKMN Leaks. So here's Eternatus, if I'm pronouncing that correctly, Eternatus, whatever. This guy looks pretty cool. He looks more like an Ultra Beast than any other Pokemon shown so far. He looks like a big skeleton sea dragon to me. So from what we know so far, he's the bad legendary, and we assume the legendary dogs are going to fight this guy. So we know these are legit because of the background. So if you look at the background for the Pokédex, these are 100% real. We have a new bug Pokemon, it looks like, Phalanx. He's basically the Caterpie or Weedle of this region. We can also see Passimian, Morpeko, Turtonator, and Togedemaru. This is unofficial but possible. The Galar Pokedex has 405 entries, and you can get up to 632 entries. And that is Scorbunny's final evolution. He looks pretty cool. I like it, and we'll get to his name in a moment. Here's some more new Pokemon. We have Hatenna, Hattrem, and Hatterene. Here are the three right here. She's a cute little Pokemon. Can maybe assume a fairy type, but you never know. Up there is Grimmsnarl. That is one of Impidim's evolutions. It's pretty scary. Here is Toxel's evolution. I guess this is Eternatus' other form, Eternatua. Here is Cuffant and his evolution, Copperajah. This Pokemon was accidentally in one of the trailers actually. You could see him for a split second coming out of the Pokeball, so this is that elephant Pokemon people were wondering about at some point. He's a cute little guy, he's like a Dawn fan. I like him, I like elephants. Here is Applin. Yep, that's an apple, with a worm inside it. Then the evolution, Flapple, an apple that flaps I guess. Basically a worm in an apple that flies using an apple. Yeah. There we can see Glaceon, Esper, and Meowstic. We can see Turcoil, Quillfish, Frillish, Jellicent. There's Lucario up there, of course. There's Aegislash, there's the new fairy type Ponyta, and there's Ponyta's evolution, Rapidash. Just from looking at that, I think Rapidash looks pretty cool. But here we got Sinistea. Its evolution is Poltegeist. Then we see another Pokemon, Indeedee. It's kind of a weird Pokemon name, Indeedee. Commander Zavala from Destiny would love that Pokemon. And there's Indeedee. We see Trevenant and Morlul. There's Dreepy, Dracloak, and Dragapult. And there's Zacian. Looks a little different there for some reason, compared to what was shown in the trailers, I guess. That's a pretty creative design, I like it. Okay, there's Eternatus again, number 400. We can see Zacian, number 398. Then Zamazenta at 399. Above we can see Dragapult, Dracloak, and Dreepy. I guess it's kind of like the Dratini, Dragonair, Dragonite of the Gen 1 region for this region. And here's the Galarian Mr. Mime. Just based on that picture, I'm not sure how I feel about it yet. I always thought Mr. Mime looked a little bit weird. His arms and hands just look very flat, then he has a very round body. Then he evolves into Mr. Rhyme, basically into some old man. He's like, "Howdy fellas, don't get old." Under him we can see Darumaka, Darmanitan, and Stone Jr. You can see that as their Galarian form, and they are ice instead of fire now. And there's Darmanitan again. Down there at 371 we can see Doraludon. At 372 we can see Rotom, and there's Stone Jr. Just by this picture, you can see the Pokedex goes up to 400 Pokemon, so there's a guaranteed 400 Pokemon here. Now, people are thinking the Pokedex eventually upgrades, you go to a new area or whatever post-game, and the Pokedex upgrades to 500 something Pokemon, but we'll see. But if this game has only 400 Pokemon, that is pretty limited indeed, but I really doubt Game Freak would let that happen. Here is Sizzlipede, then his evolution, Scorch. Pretty cool fire centipede dude. And here is Zacian, the fairy type, or at least he has the fairy type. He's the hero of many battles. He's known as a legendary hero. This Pokemon absorbs metal particles, transforming it into a weapon it uses to battle. Now, I'm not sure if this is just a different form, incomplete form, if this is a shiny or what this is, because it's totally different compared to the one we see here. Looks like the poor doggo's missing an ear here. Poor doggo boy. Here in this chart we can see all the revealed and leaked Pokemon. There's Impidim's evolutions right there. A brand new fox Pokemon we'll get to. Another snake Pokemon. A squid octopus Pokemon. A bug that turns into a ladybug. A squirrel. And here's the new Galarian form for Corsola. Corsola is a ghost Pokemon, so I guess Corsola died. And I think it has a pre-evolution, which looks like a Digimon. We have Stantler there for some reason. Here are some of the new Gigantamax forms that we haven't seen yet. There's Lapras, Machamp. Machamp has a Gigantamax form. Garbodor gets a Gigantamax form, oddly enough. My boy Kingler gets one. I love Kingler, I'm glad he got one. I'm excited to see that in action. There's a little funny meme right there with Ghost Corsola. Looks like Corsola is inside a Wobbuffet. This is Nickit, and this is Thievul. The fox has a little mustache that's kind of funny. He looks cool. That's Cheetle. I assume he eventually evolves into Dreadnought. Here's the brand new Galarian Corsola evolutions again. I like it, it's really cute. Corsola looks a little sad though. Corsola's like, I died. This one is named Milcery. There's Space Chicken. That one's totally real, of course. And there are the starter evolutions, a little bit blurry in this picture here. Scorbunny's definitely looks the coolest, as I would have expected. This is Scorbunny, Raboot, and then Cinderace. He looks cool, I like it. Here's a new fish Pokemon. There's Stunfisk. There's a bug Pokemon, I believe. And another brand new Pokemon right here. And there's Sobble's final evolution. Yep, pretty much a big water salamander. There's one of the bird Pokemon in the region. That is Rookidee. He evolves into Corvisquire. Then of course he evolves into Corviknight. And there's the Galarian Rapidash. Very majestic looking unicorn. Looks like its hair is made of cotton candy. So tasty. There's Roly-Poly. That's Carkol. And we don't know this evolution name yet. There's Yamper. Then there's his evolution Boltund. Impidim's final evolution looks scary, man. He looks like an evil creature from World of Warcraft. There's his second Evo. There's Clobbopus. And there's Graplocked. Looks like an octopus fighter water Pokemon? That would make sense with the name Clobbopus. Looks like he has boxing gloves on. And here's Wooloo's final evolution. I like it. And here's a Pokemon named Pincurchin. We don't know what that looks like yet. Some more pictures. There's Grookey's final evolution up there. Somebody got their hands on the guidebook, so that's why these pictures are kind of blurry. I guess they were trying to take pictures really quick. There's Hatterene. You can see Kingler down there. Looks like Hatterene's G-Max move is Smite, which confuses opponents. There's one for that coal Pokemon. And there's Kingler's Gigantamax form. Looks really cool, I like it. He's got a foamy beard and mustache. There's Lapras. Its G-Max move is Resonance. This move reduces incoming damage for 5 turns, which is really good. That can be extremely helpful. How much damage it reduces is the real question. We can see Machamp's Gigantamax form. He looks pretty badass. Really interesting that this Pokemon here got a Gigantamax form. There's Centiskorch, another model of the new snake Pokemon. Again, there's Grookey's final evolution. He's just a big gorilla. He's got a big drum and a drumstick. Here's a preview of Toby Fox's new track for the battle theme from Pokemon Sword and Shield. There's Pikachu, there's Sirfetch'd, some other new Pokemon here. Is that a new Galarian form for Meowth? It's a weird looking Meowth. Looks like a baby dinosaur Pokemon, maybe it's one of the fossil Pokemon. There's a screenshot right there. There's another evolution, Probably the first evolution for Galarian Meowth. He looks pretty creepy, just a big ball of fur. There's some fake starter evolutions right there. Those are the fake ones. Here's the Affleck leak, and everything that has been marked has been true. Just like the leaker said Scorbunny will have fighting moves, it becomes Reboot, Sisal, and then Inteleon, a chameleon with a spy theme. Grookey ends up as a giant gorilla that beats a wood drum to attack. So these leaks have been legit. And there's Meowth. Meowth looks like a ball of spiky gray fur. Lapras gets layers like musical bars to its shell and musical notes. Yep, 100% true. It's pretty crazy finding out later on. Memes. And there's Grookey's second evolution. He gets 2 sticks. Oh, that's who that Pokemon evolves into. It's pretty cool. What the hell is that? Oh, and it is rumored that you can mix and match fossils. This is probably a result of that monstrosity. Sobble's face after seeing its final evolution. That's funny. Rookidee, Blue Tit, also known as Chickadee, Corvisquire, Stellar's Jay, Corviknight, Common Raven, Nevermore. Ooh, here's the complete list of what Pokemon are in the Pokedex. A lot of Gen 1 is in the second row here. Of course, all the Eevees made it in. Hey, there's Maractus. Yep, so there's a guaranteed 400 Pokemon. Let's hope they really expand that list by at least 1 to 200. Man, if there's only 400 Pokemon in this game, I know a lot of people are going to be very disappointed. And the starters, for other gen starters, the only ones I see here include Charmander, Charmeleon, and Charizard. Then I don't see any others. Man, if there were no other gen starters, that would suck. But yeah, there you go. I guess there's almost a complete list of the 400 Pokemon guaranteed to be in the game. Digimon? Well, that is disturbing. No context Pokemon starter Evo leaks. Oh, that is great. Donkey Konga and Jex 3D. Oh, here's one we haven't seen yet. Alright everybody, that was a lot to go over. That was a lot of Pokemon Sword and Shield leaks. Out of all the starter evolutions, I definitely like Scorbunny's the best. If you enjoyed this video and found it informative, feel free to give it a thumbs up. I really appreciate it. Your support helps out so much. Comment down below, let me know what you think of all these leaks so far. And feel free to subscribe, you can catch more videos just like this in the future. And I'll definitely be making lots of videos of Pokemon Sword and Shield, and I will be streaming the games. I'll be doing some shiny giveaways. I'll be doing raid battles with viewers. It's going to be a lot of fun. As always, thank you all so much for watching, and I shall see you next time. Peace.